Welcome to SpeedyPodz episode 45. Imagine your own living room couch like literally doubling as the engine for the world's most advanced AI.
It is a pretty wild thing to picture, honestly.
Right. Well, today you are getting a rapid-fire breakdown of the most crucial news this week. We're tracking this fascinating shift from these colossal, geopolitical AI models battling it out in the cloud, all the way down to the actual physical electricity powering your home right now.
Yeah, and it's a critical transition. I mean, we're moving from these abstract software races to very real-world constraints.
Absolutely. So let's start with the software side. Out of China, Moonshot AI just dropped Kimi K3.
Right, the 2.8 trillion parameter model.
Exactly. It's an unprecedented 2.8 trillion parameter open weight model. And, by open weight, we mean they've actually released the underlying architecture for anyone to download.
Which is practically unheard of at this massive scale.
Yeah, and it is just dominating front-end coding benchmarks. It's beating proprietary giants like Fable 5 and GPT 5.6.
And doing it for about half the cost, too.
Right. I mean, it's basically like a heavyweight boxer just crashing a lightweight match. It really makes you wonder if America's whole patchwork of AI regulations is actually hindering domestic labs while these overseas competitors just move at lightning speed.
Well, that regulatory friction is definitely a huge point of debate. But, we also have to look at how Kimi K3 got so smart, so incredibly fast.
The drama.
Yeah, exactly. Anthropic has formally accused Moonshot of a distillation attack.
Right. And just to clarify, that isn't just generic plagiarism. Distillation in this context means Moonshot likely used Anthropic's own, highly refined AI-generated outputs to train Kimi K3.
Exactly. They are basically bypassing years of expensive human-led data collection.
Just by having their AI learn directly from a competitor's AI.
Yeah, which raises massive intellectual property questions, right? They're taking this huge computational shortcut to achieve state-of-the-art results.
It totally changes the economics of training these models.
Yeah.
But models like Kimi K3 are so colossal, they are entirely dependent on giant cloud servers.
Which is exactly why companies like Apple are so desperately trying to shrink AI down to fit directly in your pocket.
Right. They're reportedly testing Prism ML's Bonsai 27B model, compressing it from 54 gigabytes down to just 4 gigabytes.
Yeah, so it can run entirely on your iPhone for maximum privacy. And the way they achieve that compression is actually fascinating.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's primarily through this process called quantization. So think of it like boiling down an entire encyclopedia into a pocket dictionary.
Okay, that makes sense.
The engineers are essentially rounding off all the highly precise mathematical decimals the AI uses. So the neural network takes up far less digital space, but ideally without losing too much of its reasoning capability.
That is a brilliant technical workaround. Meanwhile, OpenAI is trying to claim physical space in your home by building their very first physical device.
Right, the screenless mechanical smart speaker.
Yeah, and that hardware pivot is sparking some serious legal tension. Apple's actually suing OpenAI right now.
Oh, right, because they're alleging a former Apple VP stole trade secrets to build that exact speaker.
Yeah, it's getting messy. But, the overarching theme here, whether you are trying to squeeze an AI into a pocket-sized dictionary or build a new smart speaker, is just this insatiable need for power.
Absolutely. The hardware race is literally colliding with the physical limits of our electrical grid.
And that collision is happening right now. New York just became the first state to completely freeze permits for new hyperscale data centers.
Meaning anything over 50 megawatts, right?
Yep, frozen for an entire year. The cloud is literally getting capped because the grid just can't handle it.
Which forces the industry into a pretty radical workaround. Sunrun has launched this pilot program where they are actually paying everyday people to host mini AI compute nodes in their homes.
In their homes?
Yeah. So instead of drawing massive megawatts for one giant data center, these nodes are powered by your residential solar panels and battery systems.
Distributing the demand across thousands of living rooms. But, is that a sustainable solution, or is it just a desperate Band-Aid?
It's a fair question.
Treating our living rooms like, distributed crypto mining rigs just underscores how totally unprepared our infrastructure is. And that lack of preparation is spilling over into major economic anxiety.
Oh, for sure.
We have 190 economists warning of widespread white-collar job displacement. Plus, this new poll shows 69% of Americans now support forcing AI companies to put half of their stock into a public wealth fund.
I mean, it highlights a critical tension. When top economists are warning that policy is completely unprepared for this massive labor disruption, of course the public wants a structural stake in the wealth being generated.
Right, they want to buffer against the automated future.
Exactly, rather than just leaving the upside entirely in private
Yeah.
hands.
So here is a lingering thought for you to explore on your own. If your house becomes a mini data center, actively crunching the numbers to power the next sweeping AI breakthrough who really owns the intelligence it generates, you or the corporation renting out your living room. Thanks for watching SpeedyPodz. We'll catch you in the next one.